Okay, ladies, I know you're probably not watching, but I'm here at the Hinsdale house. I guess you could call it the Dandy House. It's 12:48 a.m. and I'm outside on the porch having a smoke. And as you can see, I brought my mop and my mop bucket and I have a vacuum inside so that I can clean the floors tomorrow because today was all day driving, and then Paul was here. I would say, the last time I came up here, he was here probably in September. Well, no, I was here in September, and I think he was here about 4 hours. I think I kept him about 6 hours, or at least 4 more hours of that I'm stealing of his time, which is, I guess, really rude of me. But we have so much catching up to do, and we were talking about everything really, from the movies that were supposed to be made and things like that. And so, of course, I did not get set up today. I'm about half set up. I have a lot of cameras to set up yet for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday. So I'll be here Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. I'm just packing up and I leave on Wednesday. So I won't be doing anything on Wednesday, but I will on Monday and Tuesday. So I know you guys are probably in bed, and that's probably a good place. Right here now, it's raining out all day or all night tonight on Sunday. And I think it's supposed to rain all day on Monday. So as you can see, I don't know if I can zoom in on this. Oh, I brought my Christmas bells. I hung them on the door because that was the door that I had a problem with the last time I was here in September. And this door over here, the lock only locks on the inside, and there's no keyhole on the outside. So it couldn't have been anyone that came in. There was no marks on the door. That was back in, I think it was September, October, when I had somebody messing with this door when I was sleeping right on the other side of that wall. I had somebody messing with this door here, but I came to the conclusion that it was the spooks, and it was not a person. So yeah, it wasn't anything that, to be worried about somebody breaking in. It was more so, well, I'm in a spook house. I know this happens. And I went right back to sleep after I discovered that I couldn't hear anybody out on the porch, which is where I'm sitting right now. Since I couldn't hear anybody out on the porch, I'm like, okay, it must be the spooks. And I went right back to sleep. And I was telling Paul that today, and he was just shaking his head like, total balls of steel, because either way, it's scary. If you're in bed and you hear somebody monkeying with your front door, you assume it's a person. But when you realize that it's not a person and all it is a ghost, and you know that you're in a house with ghosts, it's like, okay, well, I guess you have to expect it. And what are you supposed to do about it? Because you're not going to be fighting them or anything like that. So it's just the way it is. So I put a couple of door alarms on, though, today, and I'll show you those in a second. They make a loud noise when you open the door. And I'll open up this door right here that I'm pointing at right now because the alarm is set. And that should probably wake up the dead. It's pretty loud. So I have them on all the outside doors, and then I have it on the basement door. But so tomorrow I have to finish with all that and get the cameras all set up. I'm putting a camera out here. Right here, there's a motion detector sitting right there. So I have the receiver on the inside of the house. So if anyone's out here, then the little alarm goes off. It's I wouldn't call it a doorbell. I'd call it more of an alarm kind of a thing. So, but let me go over to this door and see if I can get it to make that horrible noise. Okay, so here is the lock, and I have to unlock it, and it's going to make that horrible noise. Now, it probably didn't make a lot of noise, for you guys, but it's really loud here in person. Sorry, the window's dirty. It's raining cats and dogs and all kinds of other stuff right now. I got these outside lights to work. They were broke, so Paul and I got them to work as long as he was here. So now we go in, and I can walk you around. Here's my little bells here. There. It might be a little loud here because the fans are on for the heating. I have to put this wood in front of the door because I feel safer putting this wood in front of this door. Just give me a second. I have one of those alarms here too, so if somebody opens the door. So I have my bed already. I bought this Beatles poster. This is Mike's room. I'm sure you recognize it. It's got the shelving units. And I bought this 24 by 36 inch Beatles poster. And it wasn't the normal poster of them walking across the street. I didn't want the normal one. I just I wanted something different, and then I'm going to hang it right up there on that wall there. So tomorrow I'll do that. So I got my sleeping bag, and oh my God, all these pillows. I can't believe I got all these pillows. I got a couple of cell phones that I'm going to be able to Facebook Live from. And there's a little heater here because this heater over here on the wall isn't working. So I got space heaters running now, and they probably make a lot of noise. So I'm getting the camera system set up. I have tons of other equipment here. This is the stovetop, and because the stovetop is so unlevel, I'm like, I need something that I can put on top of the stove so that I can actually use the stove top, instead of those grates, because you can't put like flashlights and stuff on the grates because they'd fall over. So here's a bunch of stuff that they're selling, some shirts and stuff like that. They've got Sage if you want to buy that. And here's a couple of the books. Dan's book, Clara's book, and I think Paul's book is over here. So, and he's selling this in this cabinet here for anybody that wants to buy it, anything. And then after you're here, you can sign and write down anything that's happened in this book to you. when you were here, and sign and date it, and then they can keep a log. Most of the rooms have a camera in them. For example, like right here, there's a camera and it faces out over that stuff. So again, like I showed last time, here's a picture of the what room is this? This is the main floor. And then here is the upstairs. But the upstairs is really just this side over here, because that's like a small attic. You can't really get into it too well. And this is the basement. This is a crawl space under this part of the house here. Crawl space is under there. So when you look at this basement part is under all of this. Just so you understand how it's laid out. But anyway, the house needs a little bit of work. I don't know if this is the original door, but yeah, things need work. I have a microphone hanging right here, and I have a microphone hanging out on the outside of that door too. I just took a shower in this bathroom here. That I have a space heater because it's cold in here. They just redid this bathroom, and it is so much nicer, I heard, than what it originally was. So they have like a portable shower for people that are going to stay overnight or be here. So, and they boarded up that window probably so robbers can't bother people. I'm not going to open this basement door because it's just too nerve-wracking for me at this time of night, and I'm not on enough meds right now to go down there. But I will tomorrow. This is bad enough, me going upstairs on by myself right now. And yes, I'm nervous, but this bedroom is Laura's. This is Laura's bedroom, I think. Let me look without falling here. Does it say Laura? Laur. Yeah. Yeah, this is Laura's room. They just put new windows in. If you can see the locks, that's all new stuff. It's a small bedroom, but it does the job. If you have kids, you could probably put a bunk bed set in here in reality, and a dresser. They left some old wallpaper on. This is some old wiring that when the house was being ripped apart by kids and stuff, because it was just going to get torn down, they left on some of the real old wallpaper. So it's cool. It doesn't look good, but it's cool to see. It looks like a little poodle here with a hairbrush or something, or yeah, I think that's a poodle with a hairbrush and stuff. I mean, it's kind of cute. There's perfume thing, some little dollies. Gosh, I'm nervous up here. This is the master room. Here's another camera. This is Mary's room. I put some lights up here. Let's see if you can see the flies flying around. Yes, there's flies flying around in here. And that really shouldn't be, happening, but people believe that it means something. I don't know what it means, if anything. Someone had an event here not too long ago, and they left balloons on the chair because they were thinking that maybe the balloons would move. So this is where the master bedroom was, and there was a lot of activity in here too when Phil, the father, had come up the stairs here, and because all the lights were on upstairs, at one time over on the dresser. He saw a book floating and it was open. And he was probably the only one that, he was probably the only one that hadn't witnessed anything in person yet. And they were just about ready to leave, just about ready to move out. And so he got his dose of reality. You know, I guess spooks got to do that. But yeah, there is a camera in here too, and it faces that way. This is the camera that I was, ouch. This is the camera that I was looking at this direction when I heard what was it? When I heard the tires squealing in the middle of a day, and there's nothing outside that a car would be able to go round and round and round and squeal their tires. So there was no concrete, no asphalt or anything. So the noise that was emanating was coming from the spooks and what the dandies had talked about. And then right after the tires got done squealing for about 15 seconds, then this genre of music started to play that I have never heard in my life. And I've heard damn near every genre of music. So that lasted for about 15 seconds. And then it just quit. And it was real loud, like it was coming from this room. You know, these cameras are pretty small. And if there's noise outside, I mean, it can hear it, but it would be very distant. This noise was so loud. It was just incredible that it was so loud. It was very, very, very loud. I don't know what these people's clothes are doing in here, but I don't know. Anyway, the floor is wooden. And yes, I brought my mop bucket so I can actually clean the floor. I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. I don't have to, of course, but I'm doing that for Clara, a lady that had lived here in the 70s. She is in Oregon right now, and my friend Paul called her earlier today, and he talked to her for a while when he was here. So this is the doorway, a hatch, if you will. Let me see if I can back this up. I don't think I can. I'm gonna have to back up here. This is the hatch. That's above it's a plexiglass doorway that goes above the ceiling down here. A little crawl space, if you will. Now, a lot of people bring up that for some reason these steps are made funny. And if you look at the edges, there is when you're coming down these steps, there's not a lot of light here, but when you come down these steps, there is this ledge here that goes all the way. And then it's over there, and then it goes over here. There's a ledge, and that is not normal. And the only thing that everyone was thinking was that if you wanted to, you could put a piece of wood on here and block people from coming up from downstairs. Now, why would you want to do that? Or you could have the wood here and then lock it from down there, from underneath. You know, if the door opened up this way or something, and then would come down, you could lock it from underneath, and then people would be locked up here. I mean, that's kind of another way to think of how whatever was happening in this home. which is rumored, which could have been, it could have been the facts. It might not have been, but it's got a ledge on both sides that a piece of wood could just go right over that. And if it was nailed down or bolted down or whatever, no one could get up the stairs and get up to see what was going on up there. So it's a little, nerve-wracking. I brought my guitar in case they want to go like that. They probably won't, but you never know. When you say that they won't, then they do. I brought my rocking chair with, so this is a new item in this house. I brought the rocking chair with, and my Raggedy Ann and Andy, but I doubt that it is going to do anything. I'm probably just going to leave it here, because I really don't need it at home. So, but we'll see. Today, we fixed this outlet here. It was coming out of the wall, so it didn't have a cover on it. So I brought one. Along because I knew that it didn't have a cover. I brought my ball with. Those are pretty cool. And then I picked up this Christmas tree today. It's got some gold stuff on it. I picked up some of this stuff here for this mirror because the lady was Catholic, and this thing holds perfume. This is a little Christmas thing from Stein's. That's from, they're like $1. And then this little doggy was from like St. Vincent de Paul. So, can't beat $1, when you're donating stuff. So, but that poster over there was a chunk of change. But anyway, yes, tomorrow I will be on. If I'm alive, I don't know. This is the bed that I was in when I was laying. I was laying with my head faced that way, and then I turned around and faced the wall. And then that's when I heard this door right here being messed with. And it's only, here's my foot. It's right around the corner, for God's sakes. And so I heard this like it was nothing, like it was right in the room that I was in. So it was very, very nerve-wracking. But I have to tell you that it is much worse if it is a human that wants to come in and kill you for a $5 bill so that they can get some drugs. That's a lot worse than a ghost fumbling with a doorknob, going like this, and there being no noise out on that porch. A little bit of noise like this is nothing. It is terrifying. And I've said to people on Facebook Live, I said, my God, if I was going to crap now, it would be right there in the bed, because I was horrified. But when the porch is right on the outside of this wall, and the porch door is right there, and if anybody would have done anything, there's no way they could have tiptoed all the way over to this door, which is like right here, and then started messing with the doorknob. There's just no way. I would have heard something. So, and then in the morning when I got up, the last time that I was here, there was no evidence of any tampering with anything. Out on the porch, like somebody put in a knife in the door and tried to jimmy the door open or something. There was no evidence of anything. So, yeah, I found this piece of wood. Somebody was having a function here the other day, and it's like it's a piece of wood where they have a hinge on here, and you open it up and then you set it out in the road, so people don't bother them. And I brought it in here and I put it on the doorknob. So hopefully, if a human would come out in a horrible monsoon that we're having up here in New York, that they wouldn't be able to get in, or at least would have more trouble getting in. So I will be back on live tomorrow. I do apologize that I'm not doing any necrophonics or any blindfolded things or one thing or another. So I do apologize for that, but I'm just beat, and I wanted to spend time with Paul today. We had a lot to catch up on. So I will talk to you again, and thank everyone for watching. Thank you.